I ran 7 marathons on all 7 continents in 1 single week. What's up, it's Michelle Kare from Challenge Accepted, and today my team and I are gonna take you behind the scenes of how we shot and edited the hardest challenge I have ever done in my life. Let's go! Thank you so much. Yeah! For this project, we're doing something we've never done before. There is so much to cover and so much incredible story that we're actually going to break this project into 3 back-to-back episodes releasing weekly on the channel.
We need to figure out of these 7 marathons, what episodes those will exist in. And the problem is, running is kind of boring to watch. And so you don't want to put too many marathons in one episode. So we really need to figure out, I think obviously all of training is going to go in episode 1.
Many people, when we social proof this idea, the first thing they ask is, how is this physically possible? And so yeah, I think putting the training plan, so many people are going to have questions about the scientific approach that we took. We deserve to satisfy the audience by giving it to them before we do the race.
If there's one place they're interested to see you running in, it's Antarctica. So I think that's a great way to end episode 1. I think my concern is, how do you keep people engaged after showing them what they think is the hardest marathon? In a vacuum, Antarctica Marathon is the hardest. It's not in a vacuum. It's the compounding nature of 7 in a row. So we need to really build up the story of the villain that is the later marathon somehow.
All this said, we have a very tight deadline. Multiple editors are going to be editing each episode simultaneously and passing updated timelines among each other.
I think that's the only way this is going to get done in time.
Right. I think we are going to need to adjust our post-production process.
Our projects are getting really big now. We're getting hundreds of hours of footage coming in, and we need a better way to organize it so that we can also collaborate with new team members coming in, such as Max, who is our new assistant editor. So I searched all over and I realized, oh, there's actually a solution right in Premiere, and that's Adobe Productions. If you already have Adobe Premiere installed, you actually have it right on your menu. If you go to File, Open Production, go here, hit Browse, navigate your way to a production folder and hit Choose. What you're seeing right here is our entire show's history all in one place. So the way we used to edit things is individual project files, individual hard drives. Like, this basically gets all that and puts it all in one place. So if I need to, for example, access a project file for a show, rather than having to dig through like 10 hard drives to find it, it's on Productions already. So for our entire production of Marathon, Ryan and Max have actually been using this system throughout the entire thing.
I made a rough cut of a sequence where Michelle is running while listening to some of her friends and family give her motivational quotes. There are some of these that we actually did receive video, but the majority of them are just audio bites.
Ever since you got your black belt, I feel like you're part of my family.
Yo, it's Marquez. I just wanted to let you know that you are a little...
So I'm gonna bring this over to Max and ask him to B-roll this out. On my completed rough cut, I save that sequence, and then immediately Max in our production panel here will have access to that sequence where he can open up and do his thing.
Now through Productions, I can get into the same timeline that Ryan was just in by just opening up through this panel right here, and it will take me directly to the project right where he left off. And as you can see, this is the section that we need to fill in with some B-roll. While he's working on something else, I can get to work filling that out for him. So now that I've finished my portion, I can close out of this project right here. Now Ryan is able to go in and see all the progress that I've made.
I can then open that back up, make any final adjustments that need to be made, and then we are done with this scene.
This race has never been fully properly documented until now, and I finally understand why. How do you film 26.2 miles on every continent? Every single race has completely different conditions. In Antarctica, we're dealing with the snow and ice, so we have to shoot from a sled. Abu Dhabi, we have hard tile, so we're filming from the back of a moped handheld. Or we have situations like Miami, in which we're filming on an e-bike with an automated bike rig that we made. The other challenge is that the crew is on the runner's time, because the race was so quick. We would land, 15 minutes later, the race would begin. The moment the door opened, I am scrambling to try and get enough establishing shots to really build the story. I had to have 4 seconds to get the shot before I have to drop the camera and run to catch up with Michelle, who's about to start the race. Oftentimes, my B-roll shots are like 2 seconds too short, which proved to be a bigger issue in post than I had realized.
So basically, I received a shot that looked great for about 2 seconds. And we realized that this is gonna be a really essential shot to use, especially because we're putting a title card on it. So here's our original shot. Uh-oh. So what do? I pull up Adobe's new Generative Extend tool, because now I can extend a clip up to 2 entire seconds. So all I had to do was select, put my in and out points on my clip, and drag this out to generate up to 2 seconds.
Okay, so you're showing me a shot. Whoa. To be able to make impactful tweaks like this in the edit afterwards is amazing, because we can't go back to Antarctica.
There are dozens of micro moments that were able to be preserved. Ryan, could you pull up the faraway Michelle Tarek shot running?
A lot better now.
Here, Max was able to use the auto mask tool. When he clicked on the shot, he just clicks on the drone and it auto rotoscopes the drone, tracks it because it's moving in the shot, hits a button, and then the drone just disappears. That allows Max to spend way less time rotoscoping a drone and way more time pulling selects that have to do with story.
Yeah. I am about to watch the final few minutes of the entire series, the emotional climax of finally crossing the finish line in Miami. It's so interesting to come in the edit room and collaborate with Garrett and Ryan and everybody here, because when I experience something, I have the memory of it in real life. And then to see it encapsulated with someone else's artist's pen is always so exciting. I'm really looking forward to seeing this.
Here we go.
A bunch of our friends made a video for me, sending messages.
Michelle, it's Cleo. You are crushing this. We're all cheering for you. I know how hard you've been working for this. You got this. Let's go.
Hi, Michelle. Ever since you got your black belt, I feel like you're part of my family. After you're done, let's have a nice party. How's that, okay?
17 days. That's all it was. We really had 17 days. It's not really a lot. So there's been so much of my life that I've experienced because AJ lived. I hope that he's proud.
I couldn't have scripted a better ending for you than this.
We got it done. If you're scared of pain, you're missing out.
Wow. You know how they have like flashing light warnings for if you're epileptic? It should be like, if you have eyes, have a box of tissues nearby.
I think it hit.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's really, really impactful. It's amazing to see how all of these people's stories come together.
The biggest challenge for us was how do we tell the story of not just you, but 5 or 6 other runners all in one section. The final few laps to me, I want to feel like a medley of all of our past characters and scenes. And so the way that we've been approaching music recently on the show is trying to equate musical themes for characters, especially in this episode.
That's all it was. We really had 17 days. It's not really a lot. So there's been so much of my life that I've experienced.
And Adrian's is really impactful too, because obviously we had that fiddle play in episode 2 when we first hear the story about his son.
You know, his hardest and darkest moments, he got through it. And that's what is always in the back of his mind when he has any challenge.
Bringing it back here, we actually split the phrase into 2, added a bunch of delay and reverb. We split it, brought it a little bit later. And then that blended with this song above.
This is so cool to me.
We would have a pad there too.
These are all different songs.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
but there are like 6 different songs throughout this that all seem seamless to come in and out. And it's just their little accents, just the little character moments. It's subconscious, you're not really gonna necessarily recognize that's the same song, but hopefully you feel it.
I love that by the end, this is actually not my story, it's everyone's. It would be a disservice to do it otherwise, and I think you'll have wrangled this white whale really exceptionally. Thank you so much for not only watching our 3-part marathon series on my channel, but also coming over here to check out the behind the scenes of how we pulled it all off as well. If you enjoyed it, be sure to let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the Adobe Video channel. Let us know if you want to see more.